investing. Why entities complicate things. So if you're investing, a lot of times people want to set up an entity to make the investment. Maybe they're thinking about limited liability, and inserting an entity may seem like a good idea to protect in case there's a lawsuit. Or maybe people want to be able to transfer that entity. But they can add a lot of complication to the investment side, to the securities law analysis. And we're going to jump into that today. I'm Shawn McBride. I'm a business lawyer. I work with business owners and business leaders. I like to record videos here for YouTube to help people understand business law concepts better. Obviously, we can't give legal advice over this type of forum, but we can educate, help people understand things better, help you have a better relationship with your attorney. So when we get into investing, buying stock, buying debt instruments, other things that might be happening, a lot of times people don't want to do it in their individual capacity. They maybe set up an LLC, and they want that LLC to make the investment. Well, now this adds a layer of complication to it, because under the securities law rules, you look at who is the investor. Is it an entity or is it an individual? And a lot of times, these security law exemptions, and we've talked about this in other videos recently, come down to whether a person is an accredited investor or not. Well, the accredited investor analysis gets a lot more complicated for an entity. So we need to think about that, and how do we set up compliance with the applicable laws, right? So we are looking at these, and then we're understanding if it's an entity, who controls that entity? Is it multiple people involved, or is it just a holding company for one person? How is voting done? Is this thing really a plan to distribute, right? A lot of the security law exemptions are based on not having a plan to distribute. They don't want the stock going out to an investor and then being resold, at least not immediately, right? They want a period of time where it's held, long-term investment, not trading of these private company stocks. So all of this comes together into the analysis when we start seeing a holding company involved. Do we have an issue with this, and are there ways around it? So that little change can make a big difference in the analysis. So make sure your lawyer understands who's going to hold your stock, why it's going to be held the way it is, and then helps you with this analysis. If you have general questions or comments, we welcome them. Drop them below, but don't put anything there confidential. Other people can see your comments, so don't put things specific to your company or your situation, because other people might read it. We have a whole library of past videos you can check out, including some talking about investments and accredited investors. And I welcome those comments, and consider subscribing if it'll be helpful to you. Thanks for tuning in today, folks.